Hello, welcome to the A-State Concurrent Enrollment Program. This video is on using Blackboard. Blackboard is the learning platform that is used by A-State online courses to provide content information for your online course. Let's get started by opening up Google Chrome and going to www.astate.edu. Please log in using your username and password. Your username is typically your first name, period, last name, and the password is the password that you set up with your account. If you've forgotten your username and your password, look at your telephone. You should have taken a picture of this page during the activation process. The Duo management system is a secondary way of authenticating your identity. You are now being prompted on your computer screen to choose an authentication method. Click on Send Me a Push. Now look at your telephone. On your telephone, you will have a notification that you are being asked to accept or reject. Accept that notification. Your acceptance of the Duo notification will now cause your computer to open up to the A-State portal. This portal includes icons for all the various applications that you can use for the A-State system. Click on Blackboard. You may be prompted to log in a second time. If so, there's one difference that I need to make you aware of. Your username in Blackboard is actually your full email address. It starts with your username, which is typically your first name, period, last name, at smail, S-M-A-I-L, which stands for student mail, .astate.edu. Again, the password is the password that you have set up on your account. Blackboard will open to its home page. On this home page, you will see a section in the center of the page that says My Courses. It is designated by the semester of enrollment. If you do not see any classes listed under your semester, you may have to use the chevron button to open up that folder to show your courses. Once your course page opens, you will see the home page for your individual course. Notice that the name of the course is in the upper left-hand corner of the page, and underneath that title of the course, you will see all of the different sections that are being utilized by your teacher for this particular course. You very often will see something like an announcements tag, where you can click to get announcements from the teacher. Your teacher may use the calendar feature. There may be a section that says Get Started or Getting Started, where you'll go through a slight orientation. The most important part for you to begin the course with is to find the syllabus for the course. Each teacher has the ability to make their homepage in any way they choose, so they may use some different words for some of these sections of the homepage. For instance, instead of saying course material, they may actually call that modules, or they may call it course content. They may call it just assignments. So just orient yourself to each of your home pages in Blackboard for each of the courses that you're taking. As I said earlier, the most important thing for you to get started in Blackboard is to look at the syllabus, schedule, or even a list of assignments that your teacher has put up on the page. I would encourage you to print your syllabus or schedule so that you know exactly when all your assignments are due and what the expectations are for that particular course. This is an example of how an instructor can list their information. Notice in this particular example, the teacher has several different items arranged under the Syllabus, Schedule, and Assignments tab. How do you submit an assignment on Blackboard? Your teacher will actually have some sort of notation on the left-hand side telling you to either go for Module 1, where you'll find the assignments, course content, where you'll find the assignments, or they may actually have an assignments link on the left-hand page. Once you determine where your assignments are located, click on that link and it will open up to a list of assignments. Let's use this one as an example. The very first assignment in this class is to complete a diagnostic assessment, to write a diagnostic essay. Click on Diagnostic Assessment. It opens up to the individual assignment page. You will notice that on this assignment information, it shows you when it's due and it shows you how to submit the assignment. A word of caution, when you have to turn in written assignments, please always prepare them as a Word document. You have access to download Microsoft Word from the Information Technology page of A-State. When you have your document prepared as a Word document and you're absolutely sure that it's in your best condition, it's the most perfect example that you can give of your work, be sure you save it on the hard drive of your computer under a title that you will recognize. If you prefer to save your work on a flash drive, that's permissible too. You will now browse your computer to find that particular assignment that you're turning in. Once that you have found that assignment, you will click to put it on your assignment page, and then in the lower right-hand corner, click Submit. Immediately, you should get a confirmation email showing that your assignment has been submitted. A word of wisdom, I would always either do a screenshot of this page or print it off so that you have documentation that your assignment was submitted on a particular date and at a particular time. How do you take a test or a quiz in Blackboard? In this particular example, you will see that a teacher has made the assignments under course materials and it says assignment/test. Once you click on this particular link, it opens up to the materials and it says that there is an item, learning about a state. Click on the link for the test or the quiz. It will immediately open up with directions and you have a begin button. Click begin. In this particular example, this is a multiple choice test. So you would simply choose the answer for each of the questions. Many people like to save each individual answer, and that's always wise in case the computer connections should click off. You've got that much of it saved. So put in your answer and save it, then move on to the next question. Continue until you have answered all questions on the quiz, and then click the Submit button. One feature that you might want to be aware of is there is actually a status button at the top of your quiz which shows you which question you are on as you're working. It becomes grayed out once you have answered and saved that particular answer to the question. Again, when you're finished, click Save and Submit. A pop-up box will appear asking you if you're sure that you're ready to submit this. Click OK, and you will receive a verification that your test was submitted. Again, some words of wisdom. I would take a screenshot of this page so that you have record that you have completed your quiz. Notice in the lower right-hand corner, there's an OK button. Click on that OK. The teacher will decide if they give you access immediately to see what your grade is, and if they want to provide feedback in terms of was it correct or was it incorrect. Some teachers do not provide this feedback immediately, others do. So it will just depend on how your teacher has developed their quizzes or test. If you want to check your grades, you're going to go to the section on the home page called Student Tools. Click on My Grades. This is your chance to see the grades that you have accumulated in the course. This is really important. Always, always, always be sure that you have the All tab selected at the top of the page. This means that you're looking at all assignments, both past and present, to see how you have done on those assignments. Please be sure that you keep it on all, because if you choose some of the other options, you'll only get a partial picture of what your grade is in that course. Discussion boards. Sometimes the professor will want you to interact with other students in your class. They do this through the use of a discussion board. This discussion board link is given under Student Tools. So click on Discussion Board, and you will see that in this particular instance, the teacher has actually provided a prompt for you to post to. So you would simply click on the prompt and write your response to that particular post. In other instances, the teacher will not allow you to actually see the discussion thread until you post something. In this instant, you have to create the thread. So you would actually give it a title or a subject based upon what the assignment was for that particular thread. Type in your message in the message section. If you need to attach a file to that, there's the option to attach a file, and then submit. The thread will post, and you will see your name and that you have posted on that particular thread. If you're asked to reply to other students, maybe they want someone to start a thread. That could be you, could be another person in the class, and then they want people to reply to each other. You would simply click on the reply button and put in your response to that particular student's thread or that particular student's response to an earlier thread. Your instructor will let you know what tabs you need in your course and will include them on the left-hand side. Again, remember that your assignments might be called course materials, they might be called modules, they might just simply be called assignments or tests quizzes. So play around in your courses in Blackboard. Get a lay of the land so that you know how your course is arranged. When you're ready to log off Blackboard, you will find the Log Out button in the upper left-hand corner. If you have any questions or you have any trouble with Blackboard, please feel free to call the Concurrent Enrollment Office at 870-680-8365. You can also email us at CEP, which stands for Concurrent Enrollment Program, at astate.edu. Good luck in your studies. We wish you the very best in all of your courses. Please call if we can assist.